Hello, welcome back to another game. Let's check we set up alright. Move my mic over here. Mid flow for an nice ball. Really infuriating game last time. See if we can bounce back now with this one. His opponent there. Yeah. Making the most of their thought process. So we caught opponent with a bit of a think. Okay, takes it. It's probably one of the more annoying lines to face. It's pretty solid, doesn't much here. So opponent's rating 1667 at bullet, 1762 at blitz, 1943 at rapid with 5,000 games, that's quite impressive. And 379 classical games, where they're rated 2019, so they get better as it goes through the spectrum. I don't really want to put my knight there and get pinned. So I might play h3. This knight's going to be a pretty terrible piece. This is coming out this way. It's a bit slow move h3 in it, but we'll probably play c3. Knight out, bishop out, castle. Some weakness on h7. It's definitely a casting king side. It's semi-difficult to exploit. I suppose maybe bishop there, like a queen up here. Provoke something. Seems relatively slow. Even if the auto thought it's going to be terrible, just me chomping through a nice pop filter. I'm sure h3 is too slow to be any good, but where did the knight go? This maybe the viable path. Stands pretty low there. That was a big old thing. I might play this first. thinking, I basically want to play against this bishop coming out. Well, I'm going to play against the bishop, but I want to stop the bishop from coming out f5, to where it really wants to go. So I want to play bishop d3 first before they get a chance to do that. But playing bishop d3 immediately before I put my knight out would have dropped. So if I played this before I did the knight, queen would have taken the pawn. Actually, the knight defends the pawn as well as playing c3. So we'll leave it with knight f3. Expecting castles. We'll play our bishop out. Wow, they don't even try and go for that diagonal. Maybe they're coming here. Yeah. Pretty solid structure. But if the bishop's going there, where's your knight going? They're just playing like super solid, I suppose. Maybe I've got ideas of my knight flinging around, queen coming in, getting forked. These were up on the clock, and from looking at their games, like once we start ticking down into a blitz scenario, they play that at 1760. We'll castle 2. We're not going to take too long here. Like usually, you could be looking at Greek gift ideas of taking there with a knight and a queen coming, but obviously there's no knight action here. They're passive, but they're not losing by any stretch, or kind of even worse in some regard. So I play this, get my bishop out. Yeah, maybe I should be playing bishop out here pretty soon. Just stops them from needing this diagonal. So long term, I'm thinking bishop out, pawn up, one rook here, another one here, and I want to kind of engineer it that I end up with a bishop back on b1 once the rook's moved, and a queen on c2. Yeah, it makes quite a bit of sense. I could push and capture. Well, I can capture with the knight because there's no threat at the moment. Bishop there. Don't think I want to take. Just seems all very drawish, doesn't it? Let me get the bishop out. Where do I want to put the bishop? I think here. queen is offering a layer of defence on this as well, because if we ever end up in a position where their queen ends up undefended and taking on d4, I've got bishop takes h7 with a check. King is forced to take my bishop and I take the queen. So this queen, I don't need to defend this pawn, because if we had takes, knight takes, queen takes, then I could unload with bishop takes there. I'm putting the bishop here purely to force them to take, I think, because if they do nothing, I'm just going to take the pawn, free pawn. But I was thinking, the reason I wanted to put it on f4, but then knight c6 is annoying because it then attacks the pawn 3 times with only once, kind of twice with the knight. And if I play c3, it would be takes, knight takes, pawn takes, and I've got an isolated d4 pawn, which is not very good. So I'm expecting takes, knight takes, bishop d5, knight f5 is the kind of adventurous move, which might be good. And bishop comes to c5. Maybe queen here. Bishop here. That's kind of annoying for you, isn't it? Maybe also rook e1 is kind of a useful move. Does that do anything? I'm even threatening to take, and then move. I come back and they take here. Not really. If I could threaten to push, that could be quite useful. So yeah, so maybe that's useful to threaten to push, right? So the threat is to play d5 here. There, if they defend it, I'll play d5, and if they let me have it, I'll play d5. Takes, bishop there. Over. Yeah, it gives me some potential, doesn't it? The threat isn't to take. The threat is to play d5. Yeah, and I wonder if we get that after f5, 3, level trade, knight, level trade, or there, sorry, there, bishop for bishop. Pawn for pawn, and then move the knight away. Can we play it now? Am I happy if they play that now? Yeah, interesting. So it takes rook over. Back. You can't take here because I push. And takes. Yeah, you've got to go there. I come back. Or I could even push. So pawn over push. Bishop for bishop. Pawn. Undoubles his pawn. So I think I'm going to take though. Just see no reason not to. This is a good move. No, 5. No, that's just an exchange. takes, takes the bishop. I was thinking here, put some pressure on the knight and maintains the option of playing d5 or play d5 immediately. Takes the bishop, takes the pawn. Don't think there's a future there for me, so I'm going to come here. Oh, they can maybe insert this. I should have gone on this diagonal. Yeah. Now thinking knight takes. Okay, so knight takes, then you can take here, then I take there, you take there. Yeah, knight takes is unraveling a threat of takes, and picking up there. Or bishop takes just to defend here. Knight takes I like, then there, then there, then there, then there. There. Takes. I end up sacking an exchange at some point because my rook runs out of squares. So takes there. If I take there, drop a rook, pick up a knight. No. So there, takes. Threat is coming in here. Takes there. Bishop there. I can block with my bishop, right? Line. Think so. Then he moves his knight away there. No, then I take. Or I just take there and I'm up a clean pawn. Knight takes, that takes. No, knight takes. There. Level. I pick up a pawn. That goes there. That goes back. Trade. I think I just take the free pawn. Is what I'm deducing from all of that. I didn't even look at queen takes. No, I think bishop takes is better. Yeah, stops this. Okay, up a pawn, up a bit of time. So dropping back. I'm playing that here makes some sense. Also rook e1 makes a lot of sense. Okay. Taking is an option. Ooh. Yeah, takes. If bishop takes, I've got this. So takes, queen takes. And maybe still there. Trade off the queens. Yeah, I like this. I think this might win material, potentially. If you take that with bishop, it definitely does. But queen takes. That there. this. And you trade queens and move your thing, don't you? You do against knight there. You go somewhere. What do you do? Bishop back, and we'll trade off. What about knight there? Threatening to come in here. You'll stay on this diagonal. You go like here, say. I think rook e1 makes most sense to me, or bishop back makes quite a lot of sense to me. Bishop back I kind of like. Unless I want to trade, that's going to be good. Yeah, everything's protected. I think queen takes, I take with the effort, just keep half an eye on my A pawn. It's not super critical. I've got half an eye on this pawn up here. Rook e1 with a lot of lines is going to be useful. We've both lost a lot of time. We're only on move 16. I need to speed up. I could have taken the other one, I think. Knight up. I think just this is going to be useful enough. This pawn's a bit of a liability actually. I've got a knight though. Like knight here. Yeah, knight here's. I kind of half looked at it, but I wanted to play quickly. Knight here attacks the bishop, and this way they'd probably move it back, would they? It's never 100% ideal playing against the bishop pair, because you can get sliced open in a lot of lines. But we're up a pawns, we basically just need to make these guys go without losing. I think trading off the rooks will be nice for me. If I can plant all my, if I could have like my pawns on these squares, would be lovely. Actually, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't. Yeah, a dark square complex for my pawns would be nice. He's got a passed C pawn, right? And the extra pawn he's got on the king side is a doubled F pawn, so nothing too major at this stage. Do I want to trade a pair of rooks? Keep the time pressure on as well. Like now we're under the 5-minute threshold. Seems from their rating that they play worse as more time elapses. So we're only on move 18. Still got 2 rooks and 2 minors. And I've got 6 pawns on. He's got 5. His A pawn be a bit of a liability potentially as well. long time now. Probably trying to come up with a plan, which I think will centre around my c2 pawn. And maybe it's pushing to go there. Or maybe you're going here to go here. I think this long diagonal makes the most sense. It runs along here. So maybe you put your bishop here. Interesting. So if I ever move my rook away, you're threatening to take there. So I kind of like this move. Let's play it without too much thought. You're not threatening to take it yet. We'll just take there currently. Take there, I think, with the rook. And my back rank is okay. I think the main move has got to be bishop back here. Then maybe I'll go after the other rook and swing this one over. Maybe I'll try and double. Maybe rook up to defend this bishop, so I can then swing the other one over. And the knight, he's going to have to go back, and the only way to attack me would be from this square, which the knight protects. So I'm thinking knight here, rook up. Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards, and if you go on any other squares, I'm just going to chop here. So that gives me the flexibility of moving the other rook, so that if you take, I can take your bishop and my one isn't hanging. Can I move this one away? Any move I can see is this. Push the pawn. Takes. No good, really, is it? Does get rid of his bishop pair. These pieces are a bit stuck for the moment. Let's just play this semi-quickly. I'd let him drop a bishop there now. Takes, and then I drop this one too. But I can go back and pick up that one, but then I'll pick up this one. A bit messy, but I'm playing for the time pressure more than anything now. Okay. I like pushing. I also like putting my knight here. Why do I like putting my knight here? Does that do anything? Not really. I want to get this guy involved. Doing nothing. Crazy rook left somewhere. Push the pawn. Don't know if that's any good. I say I wanted the pawn structure of this, but structure that I wanted. Threatening a check over here, which might be useful. There, I can push the pawn. Don't know if this is a strategy. I'll play this. I've always got a bailout check. Maybe I want the bishop to sit here to put some pressure on there. I think against most moves I'm going to be playing c3 here. Or I could take and play c3. Down to 10 seconds. Three. If you get a flag, that would be brilliant. Interesting. Yeah, it's +1, but there's still quite a lot of fight in it. So, yeah, we get this kind of like boring line. Takes is the most principled. Yeah, d4, this is fine. Fine. It was all not very exciting, was it? To here, c4. Ah, so I can have the same idea, just to move so there, and then you sack on h7. Yeah, okay, takes and then takes there. So you trade a h pawn for the d pawn. Okay, I go there. Yeah, taking's good. Yeah, I thought coming on the a6 diagonal was good because I thought this move was going to cause me some troubles the way that I played it. Takes. After all that deliberation, knight takes was better. Wow. Takes. b3 is good. We're +1. So here, why infiltrate? Is that? Presumably most humans play this. Do that, you gobble a pawn. Yeah. Still available to take. And just play down same coloured bishop, just up a pawn. Okay. Yeah. So it's basically saying every move, just take the blooming bishop. Yeah, okay. Nice.